Hey everyone, welcome to week 7 of Disc Golf Valley Players Tour. Let's go ahead and jump in with Emporia. Okay, starting out tricky here. Got a 4-wind. You know, these are new to the game. I think I'm going to go a little bit to the left here. Maybe power down just a smidgen with the roll. Let's see if it can get up there all right. So looking pretty good. Okay. Nothing's over yet with the 4-wind. I still have to make the putt. It's not a gimme. Oh, gosh. And that's how I started off. As I'm saying, it's not a gimme. I didn't make the adjustment. It's a cruddy way to start, but I got to let go of that one. So it's not going to be a first-place round. I got 36 in the clubhouse already. That's okay. I got to make sure I stay up there reasonable. And a 4-wind again. Oh, joy. So the Sapphire doesn't do it. Let's see if the Rive can get there okay. Might have even been better going water skip to get me up there. 51 feet with this forehead wind. I'll go forehand and a little less than 50. Forehand fades off to the right a little bit. So let's try that. Stay in. Okay. Got a birdie. Got my first score. Let's move to hole 3. Hole 3, this is the wind where I take the Sapphire on a turnover line and let the wind do all the work of pushing it there up to the basket. I think that forehand is better on default if you don't have that strong pushing wind. From there, let's focus on this putt. Not miss another silly putt. Those 4-wind putts, man. That's a bummer for hole 1. Really gotta. You guys see me do this before my rounds. I gotta forget about that. I gotta be able to let this get up there and fade back in so it's not over OB. Good. Not over OB. So it's getting here for what should be the birdie, barring some sort of silly spit out. Alrighty then. Moving to hole 5. Okay. This one, I need to be ready to accept par if I'm out of position here. Let's see where it's going to end up. I think, stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. Yes, this is pristine. I think I'm 480 or so, 435, wonderful. I get to go Sapphire into that green. Let it fade back a little bit closer to the basket. Leaves a little bit of work at the end there. But hopefully this is okay. 99 feet, a little bit downhill, 2-wind. I'll go about 70, 75. Let's let this wobble to the left a little bit. Get down. Eek. Okay. Did stay in there for that birdie. Hole 6. Not a strong wind. Okay, I've got a 4-wind on this the other day in multiplayer and messed it up real bad. But a 1-wind is not much to worry about here on hole 6 of the back 9. Getting this up for a birdie here. Feeling pretty solid with that glide roll Rive coming off the tee. There's enough height on this hole that's going to fade back in. Most of the time, going to be pretty lucky there. This is a low enough wind that I take my glide roll Rive, get that low line, and drill it at that island. Just hit that back wall and stay safe. Not like my practice round, hitting right off the basket and dribbling OB. That was pretty freak accident in that practice round. Yeah, this is more the common outcome that I'm getting on these. Let's check out hole 8. A big 4-wind here. I'm going to let the Paradigm, did I get low enough? Yeah, I aim low. Let the Paradigm just push down that fairway. Hopefully miss that tree, please. Oh no. Okay. It did stay in. Missed that tree. I think this 4-wind is going to let me even go, I can go fuse into this green. And let that drift up there. Hopefully, I would have liked to be a little bit closer to that. Probably could have gone Warship. Don't let the 4-wind mess with your head. And make that putt. 4-wind putt is like the only wind that I ever see actually changing the putt stroke. 3-wind here, so I'm going to go roll Sapphire. Give it a little bit extra width for the one that's pushing us back in. Looks like I didn't even really need to give it that width. I wonder if anybody's going to be going for the green with this wind. There'll be somebody with taking that big Anheuser water skip line, but that somebody is not me. We're going to finish up here with Emporia on a -8. Would have been nice to have that -9 for the silly putt, but that is okay. We're going to just have to move on to the next one. Quick pause, just make sure my phone had enough storage to keep all these recordings going. Let's go to the beast. 13 and 15 are kind of the big ones here. This is actually a little bit of a tougher wind. Let's get it out there with this water skip ride just for the ground play. And it gets up to this corner just fine. Got a little bit of good, fortunate ground play sliding in there too. 340, I think it's going to be a roll sapphire. Let the wind turn that, and then it fades right back in towards this basket. Wonderful. The roll sapphire took some off of that with the headwind. The roll sapphire probably would have been good up to like 370 or so with the glide soaring right past it. Okay, it's a little bit of a tougher wind, but we had this wind in the Global League. So make sure I give this enough Anheuser to get out. Slide back in, please. Okay, got a good slide in. 111, this wind, no gimme. I threw it 80 and hopefully let the wind drifted over. Let's see how this works. I'm not super confident here, but we nailed it. All right. I think that's thanks to Dan who's giving me that tip. I was adjusting the hyzer and Anheuser angle of my throw-ins all the time, and Dan was like, just teach me forehand. And he said, well, with that left-to-right wind, you have to just aim to the left. And it just kind of blew my mind how easy that was to just aim a little bit further left rather than trying to change the hyzer angle all the time. Anyway, 264 here. Let's get the low warship slided in. Aim low to get enough power off that. Make totally certain I don't end up in those bushes on the left. Might as well BOB there because it takes an extra stroke just to get out of those. All right, I think this is the first potential eagle opportunity. What wind do we have? All right, I've been practicing this wind, so let's see if it works out. Just take the paradigm and throw the paradigm straight. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I just need to rethrow. Is that bad? This is more what that needed to do. Hopefully get over there for a good look. Thank you, good skip. Be there to save the birdie. What a birdie save. Could have been the eagle if I got that right the first time, but I'll take the birdie save after that terrible first kick. Okay, whew, past that one. One more hole here of, do I want the sapphire to turn over? I think I'll take the sapphire turnover. Oh gosh. As I was lining it up, I said, don't do anything creative, but I didn't say it out loud. And I tried to get creative during a round that mattered. Okay, let's see if I can. No, got the trees there. That's another par. These real world courses, man, they're no joke. I like when they get into multiplayer because they create separation, but unfortunately, I'm the one getting separated some of the times. This is one, all right, it's one win. I'm going to take the Westy line. Glide, roll, rive. Aim it down here and do a left straight pullback, so I'm just off the left side of the disc, and let her rip down there. Please stay in. This is risking OB, another par. Wonderful. Ugh. You guys are not seeing some pretty golf this week. Last time the real world courses were in the mix was when I was getting all my pars and making my worst chances too. So hopefully Maple Hill and Northern Lights treat me a bit better. Actually, hold on, I got to get through these last few holes before I start thinking about those. Where am I? 288 with the 2 tailwind. I think I'm going to go glide sapphire, or roll sapphire. Give it a little bit of height to make sure that gets up in here safely. Again, I say this all the time. Got to have a short memory. Got to move past those silly mistakes and get on to the next holes. Luckily, just a 2 wind here. Should be very manageable. Get the paradigm and give it a little bit of Anheuser so that it works against that wind and then straightens itself out on that forehand. Wonderfully stopping up here close to the basket for this putt. Aimed down a little bit to minimize spit outs and got that one in for the birdie. Ending with the last hole. Should be a birdie barring some crazy wind. This is kind of the potentially crazy wind. Okay. I don't like this wind for my glide sapphire line, so it's going to be backhand. It's going to be water skip rive. Let's hope this gets out there enough to stay in bounds. It looks like it will, barring something silly there. It does stay in. I didn't want to go skip because that might have gone flying way up the OB. 256. I'll just take the fuse into the base. Hopefully does not go OB there. Okay. So that's the bad breaks and bad decisions I've been getting have been adding up already. So I wouldn't have been too surprised that went OB. We do end here with a -7. So 8 and 7, we're at 15. 36 is essentially perfect. 37 or maybe 38 is out there. But let's go to Maple Hill and see if we can redeem ourselves a bit here. To win, I'm going to take the light glide paradigm. Huck this bad boy out there. I wish this would have been a little bit more left. But let's see if I can get some good slide through these. I can't. 338. This is a roll sapphire. Make sure I'm not going to hit that tree right in front of me. And get this through that opening. Go, go, go before you fade. Okay. It did get up there before it faded. Those walls will keep me in safely. Nice to hopefully start out with this birdie. Thank you for staying in there and not spitting out. Moving to 2. Hole 3 and 9 are, I think, are the big potentials here for where I can make some big mistakes. So we'll see how those play out as I get a little bit closer to them. I like this sapphire turnover line. I'm totally okay ending up by that wall, sometimes even in putting range. This is just outside putting range, but I kind of prefer that actually, to have the 60-foot throw, which I'm way more comfortable with than a 49-foot putt. Hole 3, what is our wind we're going to have here? A bit of a 2-pushing wind, right to left. Let's get this up here. This is looking potentially good. Let's see what the ground play does at the end. Okay, so we're going to have a look for the birdie. Nothing's a gimme. Going to have to get creative around this tree. That's a bummer because the tree might be a big kick. And the 2-pushing wind, it's going uphill a bit, so 74. I would throw it about 85 or 90, but the wind's going to take off, so I'm going to go with the 70. Give it that Anheuser. Get around the tree. Oh, man. Weak side. Not much I could do there. That's kind of the best you can do if you don't have a good look. You try and bend it around. Maybe a forehand, something there. I'm not great with my forehand throw-ins, though. Not going to be silly about going for this. Just going to take the hope. Put it down there on a light line of power. Let it slide to the basket. There's definitely, ace potential's there, but with that wind, the par potential is so easy too. So just take that stroke where it's given. And that is one that was given. Hole 5, take a glide sapphire up there. Get it around this corner nicely. The tree could stop it right by the basket. That'd be great. It does indeed. So we're here for this birdie, -4 through 5. Not terrible through Maple Hill. Certainly would have liked to get 3 after what felt like a good drive, but that happens here on Maple Hill. Sometimes what feels like a good drive just gets kind of completely wrecked just by a bad look around the trees. This is not a great drive. Let's see if I can get lucky with a look here after this. I'm at 59 feet. Am I going to be able to hyzer this? Let's see, to hyzer or rotate the world? I think hyzer is my better chance. How close can I get rotate the world? No, I think I can rotate the world there. I'm a little bit up for that distance. And I got kind of the edge of my phone as a guide to slide that. Oh! Gosh, dang it. That should not have been a par. That should not. I probably should have tried the hyzer putt. Well, clearly I should have tried the hyzer putt. Now it's easy to see. Take this glide sapphire, aim just to the left of this tree, and let it push up there. You miss those first 2 trees, and then you hope you get a look at this basket. Am I going to be right behind all the trees again? No. Okay. Actually have a look this time to tap that guy in there. Taking this one, so two pars already. At least I stayed bogey free, which that's nice, but it would have been much nicer to be par free as well. Just take the roll sapphire up there. I'm not going to ace run this because that's going to create the potential of going OB at the backside. drop this in for this birdie. Let's see what the wind is like on 9 to see what our potential is for coming in here. Okay, I think it's a good 9 to, or good wind on 9 to have that potential of getting the birdie. This is looking like a good drive. Get me some good skip and good ground play. Try and look out in that distance and see where those trees are so I can get across without hitting them, because I think at this point my fuse can fly across here and drop into the green where I had an opening. Oh, don't be behind these trees. This is just going to be my series of bad luck, isn't it? Yep. So I know these trees have collision, so I'm just going to throw it with a regular 60 and hope that... Oh, okay. I know it has collision, but it didn't have collision. Somehow made it right through. But I got the birdie. Feels nice to get that one because I was one that I was kind of counting on par for. We got -7, -7, -8. It always could be much better, but we're not falling too far off the pace of sticking in the top 50, I think. There's some tough holes here. Crazy things can happen. Let's see if we can get this up. I don't know if I'm even going to take it if I have a look. This is pretty... Nope, too far back. Not going to take this. So I'll go and putt that down with the harp. Just make sure I don't hit that stump somehow. I wish I could follow the flight of that putt a bit more. It always makes me nervous throwing something that's going to roll to see if it's going to actually roll. This is the fuse to throw in for that birdie. There's going to be people getting that eagle there. There's not too many that haven't got in, but they're going to be. All right, I'm going to have to take a lot off this because the wind is pushing that quite a bit. Let's make sure that I'm not OB at the very first goal and then worry about the throw in second. I was able to get enough off there and get into putting range. Nice. That's going to be a tough birdie. I think at the top of the leaderboard, probably everybody's going to have that birdie. But as you get down a bit, there's probably going to be a lot more mistakes happening there. People going OB because that wind that's pushing it so far along. This is the Glide Sapphire, forehand number 1 off the tee. I'd like to be a little bit more to the right, but I can slide over and kind of compensate for that a little bit. The wind is pushing me to the left, so I'm going to aim a little bit further left and give another pullback, mostly straight with the Glide Sapphire again. Get past that one rock, sneak by it. Well, kind of snuck by it with the pine cone. So you got 102 downhill, makes it 92, 2 headwind, makes it 70. Let's drop in, hopefully, with 70 feet of power. Oh, screw you, basket. It was too high, but I didn't need that right now. Moving to 4, it's the Glide Sapphire. I think I should be able to birdie out the rest of this. I mean, there's 8's going to be some potentially tough ones. But after 8, I can't think of many other really difficult ones that we have coming. Of course, mistakes can happen depending on the winds that are there. 9 is a potential. Even if I feel like I have a good line, 9 is one that I could drop a stroke on anytime. The first spit out of this Players Tour, though, that I remember. I mean, you guys will let me know if that's happened other times. I'm just not remembering them. So it's nice that I made it this far, at least, without the spit out. Aim a little bit lower to fight that wind a bit. Slide up there, just miss that tree, and I have an easy look, easy-ish look. Because I got that pine cone too, but 65. Let's get this with about halfway power. Why am I not confident? Okay, should have been confident enough. Moving to Northern Light 6. Northern Light 6 is one that I should be able to, with a 1 wind, take a musket, default aim, pull it back. Glide musket, roll musket, accurate musket, any musket attributes, except maybe turn or fade. Work there on that straight pullback. 7 is good. It's not even going to tempt me to go for the eagle up high. It's something I almost definitely wouldn't do in an event like this anyway, but I've been playing it in multiplayer, getting that eagle line go up high off the tee and then cross all the way over to the green, and sometimes even right up against the green when you have a good wind that's pushing you forward. Like that 3 wind going left to right is very exciting to see. 303, let's get the Glide Sapphire around this back door here and slide up there. If I could have gotten to 270, like right on the edge of that snowbank in the middle, that's that chance at that eagle from there. I'm sure I could have taken the rye, but I think I don't want to sacrifice the accurate attribute to do that. Hole 8, big pushing wind off there. All right, so we're going to have to counter that with plenty of hyzer. I'd much rather miss right than miss left. I am indeed going to miss right. If it stops early, I'd be okay. I think I can be okay here. It's going to create some potentially difficult scramble here. I'd like to be a bit more left so I can hang this out wide, but with that wind, I'm even going to go sapphire and really give this plenty of anhyzer to get out there wide and let the wind push us back down there. Got a little caught up here. Hopefully it stays in. It does not. This has not been my round, my week so far. Drop that in for par. Ugh. That sucks. I'm interested to see where I'm on the leaderboard. I don't know if it's going to be a top 50 week or not after how some of these are going. Let's get that glide sapphire down there. Sorry, I didn't aim that and talk too much. I feel like I've been messing up a lot. I was trying to just go by feel a bit more. As long as this bush is out of the way, should have a good look here at finishing with birdie. Let's see if I can get it. Finishing with the birdie. I think the final at the end of this is what, 3 7s, 21 and 8 is 29. It's not terrible, but I was hoping for a lot better. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and hope that you can stay bogey free.